Hello, welcome to my channel, guys. Since the last video I make, I think it's been like a month. Man, I've been trying to make another video, but I am so busy working, and I just came back from vacation. So I hope you guys are doing all good. I'm sorry if I don't upload a lot of videos lately. I feel like the making video is just a side job for me because I'm so busy on my job. Because I have a regular job and then I have these. So I hope you guys are doing fine. Today's video, we're just gonna talk about if you plan to have a business in the Philippines with the business partners versus having a business with your wife, Filipino wife. And we just wanna go through and talk about it a little bit, as based on my knowledge about it and the things that I learned and the things that I heard, horror story and stuff like that. So if you plan to have a business in the Philippines, I think it's best way, especially if you, I know most of the people will want to have a business there, is the person who wants to retire maybe already in the Philippines or in Asian country. But if you plan to have a business and have a business partner, because you can't own a business there yourself, so you have to have a business partner. I think the first step that you have to think about is, it's just for me, for my opinions, if I am just a foreign national and want to have a business in other countries, not only in the Philippines but in other countries. I'm pretty sure you guys are more aware of it than me, because most of you guys are allowed to have a business in other countries, and you guys have more business minded than most Filipino. No offense, but anyways, I think for my perspective in the Philippines, I think it's best if you will get a lawyer, maybe like talk to the lawyer first and a business management people or whatever they are, and see what they say about the legal stuff to own a business there with the partners, Filipino partners or something like that. Because, well, I have heard horror stories, like actually whenever we went to Philippines, and this person on a bar business, I think. And then so he have a business partner, but this person is just a friend, but she just helping him and everything, manage the place, blah blah blah. So they are business partner for the bar and stuff. Then when he dies, the brother of the foreign national wants to have a legal stuff with the bar, because the brother died, the owner. But the woman, the friend, the business partner of the foreign national Filipino, she didn't allow the brother to have interact with the business and stuff, and that's kind of like a bummer. So if you, I don't know for sure, but I think if you have a business in the Philippines and you have a family, like for example, if you're not married to a Filipina and then you have a business partner in the Philippines, I think you should have a legal documents or whatever to make sure that if you died, it will go to your brother maybe back home, or your HAP on the on the bar or on the business that you own in the Philippines, or on your children if you have a children or whatever. In that way, you died suddenly or whatever, and then your family is wanting to get that involved on that business, but they are not allowed to interact because they don't have any documentation. And you know, Philippines, and I don't know in other Asian countries, but in Philippines, if you have a business partner, I think if you don't guys agreed on some certain things, if you died, then your family will be left with nothing, you know. I'm not sure, but I think it's best thing to do is literally get a lawyer from the beginning and ask about it and see what is the best thing to do if you want to own a business in the Philippines, and if you don't have a partner like Filipina, or I mean, like, if you don't get married in the Philippines, if you don't have a girlfriend or married to a Filipina, and you just want to have a business partner, it's just a friend, not like a business minded person, then I think you should guys have talk to the lawyer and have the right, you know, paper or whatever to make sure that if you die, it will not just go waste. Gonna waste your money and everything, your business. And then if you want to own a business in the Philippines or own a place, I'm pretty sure I already talked about this before on my channel. You can never buy a land in the Philippines, because if you buy a land and it's gonna goes to your Filipino wife, it's just the way in the Philippines is. I think that's how they keep their cultures, you know, intact. And but you can own a business in the Philippines. You can buy a condominium in the Philippines, because that's like commercials and that's already corporations, so you can own that. You just cannot own a house or a land in the Philippines. You have to have Filipino person to have the names. And of course, if you guys are separated or whatever, you know for sure you're gonna get kicked out of your place. So I think if you're just in dating stage, because I heard a lot about these, like they just date you know, their Filipina girlfriend or whatever, and then they're like, the Filipino of course wanting to buy a house right away or build a house or business or whatever that is. And then of course you're just in the dating stage, and then you want to make her happy or whatever, and you don't know anything about Philippines. And then they decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy her a house or whatever, because you know, we're gonna own it someday for our future. No. Whatever you buy in the Philippines, even if it's for example, it's corporation already, and you, for example, if you buy a condo and it's both for your names, like you buy it for her or whatever, she's gonna get it. It's not gonna be for you. So best thing to do is, before you plan anything to buy any land, house, or business in the Philippines, make sure you talk to the lawyer first and make sure you know what's the legal stuff to do, or steps, or what is the consequences for you for the property and everything, in case you guys are not gonna work out. Because just like in the Philippines, there is no divorce, it's just annulment. So that's kind of like that, basically. So if you own a place in the Philippines, just expect you won't have nothing. So it's best that if you want to buy a house and lot in the Philippines, either if you guys have the, what's the name of that, prenup, I think, if I'm not mistaken, those that you have you sign both on the paper that saying, okay, in case we're not gonna work out, blah blah blah, we're gonna have the place, which is technically, if you guys are married, you're gonna, or girlfriend, whatever, boyfriend, is still gonna be half. Even though, for example, if you guys girlfriend and boyfriend, and she literally do not have anything money put on that place, it's just all your money, she's still gonna get half because it's her name. So that's kind of sad, you know. Like, I want to own a business in the Philippines. My husband and I talking about this already, but I prepared if I want to buy, I mean, if I want to own a business in the Philippines, I prepared if it's my own money. And that way, you know, it won't be like unfair for him or whatever, you know, because it's I don't want him to think about, oh my gosh, in case we're gonna get like, you know, fighting or whatever, and then you're just gonna kick me out of my house or whatever. So it's best, like, if you wanna own a business there and your wife wants to own a business there or want to have house and lots, if you decided to like just go for it and, you know, lose half of your money because you love the person or whatever, and if you decided to just stay there, either you guys gonna work out or not, then it's your choice. My husband is giving any warning to some of his friends that just dating stage on the Filipina and they want to buy a house and lot already in the Philippines, and some of them is actually thanking him because they don't know anything about it. But some of them is like, oh well, I just want to left something for her or whatever. Then, I mean, it's just like what I said before. If you know that you can take advantage of a Filipina and they will take advantage of you, and you know about that, then vice versa is fine. But if you didn't know anything, just be, and if you don't want to be taken advantage of, just be very extra careful. Because I mean, just for me, especially now, of the inflation's going on, whatever, you don't just grab the money out of the floor or whatever, or out of a tree, you know. It's not easy to find money. So if you don't want to waste your money to a person that you don't know, I mean, okay, so on my previous videos, actually, my first video, I was talking about it's best to find a Filipina from the province. It's true. I mean, technically, it's much better to find a Filipina woman from the province, but it also depends on a person because usually it's really from the person. I mean, like, it's it's the person that you find is what's important, and it's not because where they are from. It's because if they are a terrible person from the beginning, they can hide that, and then later on it was gonna show up, then they're still a terrible person. What I learned, I mean, for me, from my perspective, I mean, from experience, um, when I met my husband, he told me Filipino people are just scammers and everything like this, blah blah blah. So I think for that kind of a word, if you are being honest from the beginning, I think it will make your wife or whatever your girlfriend aware that you are not dumb and you know what's going on and you know everything and you research a lot of stuff. In that way, they won't take advantage of you, or they have planned to ruin your life or whatever. In the end, they will have they have to think about it because they know that you're not just randomly just throw yourself in that relationship and you didn't even research about it. Anyways, that's the only thing that I am thinking of. If you want to own a business in the Philippines and you want to have a business partner, make sure you research a lot about it, and if you're decided to really want to go for it, I will suggest to talk to the lawyer first or to the management people, and that way you know, um, what's the consequences will be in case your guys won't work out, in case if she will go crazy or he will go crazy, whatever. It's this is only for a person that you just randomly met, or it's just your friend. She's not um like a legal person that own a business for corporation or whatever. But those people are good. I mean, that's what they're doing for their life. So, but if you just met a person and you're like, oh, I kind of like you, you're like my friend now, can we like have a business together, whatever, I still want to talk to the lawyer and make sure that what would be the consequences in case you die, in case she will do some weird crazy stuff, and that way you're aware of it and everything like that. Which is, for me, I love to have a business somewhere, like outside of the Philippines or something like that. But as of right now, I kind of want to research a lot about it. Even in my country, I kind of want to research more about it, because I mean, it's not easy to just throw money somewhere and then it won't work, because you know, you just gotta, if you want to build a business, you just gotta research which, if it depends on where the place is, it depends on what kind of business will be attracted the customers there or the people, um, what is the people doing in that place or whatever. So this kind of stuff like that. For me, I always dream to have a restaurant, resorts, something. Um, Maybe on a bake shop, bakery, that build a bakery shop in the Philippines that cook, I mean, bake a Western bread, because I don't like bread in the Philippines. It's sweet. I mean, it's too much sugar in it. I don't like it. Of course, like, you know, if you, I know that it's gonna be kind of difficult because the flour that they use is different there and here. So that's kind of, yeah. But yeah, I like to have a business someday. Hopefully you guys have any suggestions what business could be good to build. You can drop your comment below. But by the way, those the only thing that I want to drop on my menu today. And catch me on my live on Facebook today, around 5ish, and you can ask me some question and I will try to answer as much as I can, the things that I know of. And by the way, I just, this video might not be work for you, might be, you might say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's just the experience, and not experience, I mean the things that I know, and the things that I heard. So as long as that you guys are doing pretty good, and I hope you're well, and wherever you are. To my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. It's been like decades since I make a video, so I'm so sorry guys. It's just this YouTube channel of mine, I really wanted to make a video more often. It's just I am so busy on my job. It's really hard because I am a manager on some store, so I kind of, I'm full time there, and then, you know, like full time at work, full time at home. Yeah, so it's kind of hard for me to do it both, but I try to, like, you know, give you guys some update that I'm still alive. And I hope you guys are also still alive out there, you know. I am so happy for all the comments. I hope you guys will share my videos too to your friends or whatever. I'm so glad that you guys like my video, and I appreciate you guys always there to support my videos and channel. It's it's amazing how there's so much wisdom in the words. I mean, like the comment that you guys giving me, and I'm like, man, I really, you know, I'm so busy, but I kind of want to give you guys an update because you are always there for me. It's really amazing. Thank you so much for supporting my vlog. And I will see you guys next time. I hope this time it will not be a month later because I kind of feel guilty for you guys not being updated to what's going on. I kind of want to do like a quick live or whatever I do in my daily, I mean, daily life or whatever, and I can update you guys, or maybe you can ask me some questions. We shall see. But yeah, one of these days I might do a live here in YouTube and see how many you guys will be actually are online and still waiting for the update somewhere. You taking care, and I'll see you next time.